Live here for another Bubba's 33 takeover. This time we are joined by the Texas High Tigers tonight. Always good to be joined by another local school. Tigers tonight had the Leopards last week, but looking forward to it again with Cody Hildebrand. We got Coach Jerry Stanford here in the middle, President owner Morgan Smith, and then Jeremy Harrell on the far end, my teammate in the booth on Friday nights.
I had to get in here for Billy. Billy will be
Billy's on vacation.
Yeah. At Disney. I talked to him last night. I said there's about 20 other places I'd rather be than Disney World.
I'd rather hang myself than be at Disney World.
Yeah, I hope I don't ever have to go back to Disney World.
That place.
It's just doing too much for me.
I've never seen anybody smile at Disney. I went one time, and it's so hot. Everybody's kids are crying. Parents are mad. And
listen, happiest place on earth. I don't know who came up with that.
Dude, I couldn't get out fast enough.
I'm out.
Listen, what's the main one called?
The Magic Kingdom.
Magic Kingdom is magical. All right, at night.
Now my kids loved it. They did. My wife would go back today. I would go back and be in a grave.
Dude, we went in like June one year. That was rough. I'm a big sweater
That's
anyway.
your own fault.
Well, I mean, I didn't know. What do you know?
Jennifer
Jennifer says we're going. I have to go, so I go.
That's a personal problem.
Florida,
it's a marital
the
issue.
armpit of the country, Florida.
Armpit of the country, he calls it.
Man.
Yeah, we'll send this to all the Bubbas down there.
I'll take all the smoke. They can bring it.
Yeah, well, anyway, speaking of all the smoke, you got Midlothian Heritage coming in this week, and then the following week, one of the best football games. Unfortunately, I wasn't there, but possibly ever played was against Fayetteville last year.
Hey, the only thing I remember about that is when we were calling the game, towards the end of the game, all the Fayetteville people got in their cars and they were pulling out of the parking lot. Then all of a sudden, we scored, and all the car lights, brake lights stopped. Everybody parked, and they were running back down the hill to try to get in the game. And really good game, though.
A little too late.
Donovan sent me the Plano East John Tyler thing from years ago on TikTok, and I was like, I was actually there, but I was in the parking lot. We had already left. We were trying to get out of the stadium. That's how many people tried to dip on it. But, Coach, man, 10 touchdowns out of Cam Reitner in 2 games.
Yeah, it's been a good start. I think we're playing competition that shows us the things we need to work on. And we're leveling up to that competition of things that we think we're pretty good at the same time. And so, there's a balance, right? You've got to play people that show the things that you're really desperate that you're going to have late in the year. And at the same time, it's those things that you're really successful at in every phase of the game that, like, we can build on this. Like, this is good against good people. And so you gather that into a bucket, you trash this into a bucket, and then you got a team come district play. And so that's what these first 4 games are, is to gather 2 buckets, one we don't want, one we do want. Let's build on this, get rid of this, and been really pleased so far with a lot of things to build upon, some things to get rid of, and feel like we're headed the right direction.
Coach, you, if I remember right, when game day started, Ryan Sellers was quarterback. I mean, we have Brayson McHenry, have David J., now Cam Reitner. Most high schools don't have a quarterback year in, year out. You seem to always do. What kind of, what is happening? This isn't just normal.
Yeah, we say this all the time around here. It's we think there's a couple of positions you've got to train in, like, 5th grade up. One of them is quarterback. You've got to find guys that you think can play that position as early as possible. We think center's another one. I think one of the unknown spoken positions is tight end when you're talking about offense. We've got to groom those guys in. Those are just detrimental if you don't have them in any offense at any level this day and time. You've got to have a quarterback. You've got to have a center. You've got to have tight ends.
Shavonte Montgomery, one of my favorite players, turning into a true one receiver for you.
Yep.
Still averaging his 25 yards a catch just like he did from last year. And, of course, you have Jadarian Ball. Everybody knows that name. But Ahmad Moore, in his interview with Billy, either last week or the week before, talked about waiting his turn and, biding his time and just trusting the process. It's not normal nowadays to have a kid like that, I don't feel like.
I don't think it is at all. But if you look at the quality of output offensively we've put in 7-8 years, you look at the amount of people that touch the ball within a game. Last week, 7 athletes either carried, touched, or caught in one capacity or another the football. and it was a productive outcome on the end. When you look at the stat sheet, line item by line item, individual by individual, multiple people are getting their hands on the ball, which puts more pressure on the defense to have to defend the entire field. I mean, a guy like Ahmad Moore, I mean, we had 3 running backs last year: Jawari Johnson, Tre'Davious Ball, and Ahmad Moore. Ahmad Moore, what people don't understand is that he rushed for 800 yards last year as what people would say the third down back or third string back, and we would say he was just another one of our running backs. There was multiple times, particularly early in the year, where he had to step in and be the guy. And so this is not unfamiliar to us as a staff. We knew what Ahmad was capable of. He's proven that to the rest of the world, that he's a very capable guy and can really help our team out.
Dave Campbell's picked your offensive line to be the top offensive line in 5A football. How would you take that statement after the first 2 weeks?
I think it's relative to what reporters see and what they say. I mean, I think it's relative to who you play, right?
Sure.
I mean, we've got some quality people back. Obviously, Damian Chisholm, being a 3-year starter out there at left guard. He's played a multiple positions. Quade Ford's a junior, but a 3-year starter playing multiple positions. We take Garrett Johnson, who's a right tackle, last year's team, move him to center. And Gerard Stewart, who is been kind of a role guy for us over the last couple of years on varsity. And then there's some unsung heroes. Dalen Davis, 6'4", 260, junior. Huge, bright future. Just a ton of talent that can step in and has done a great job at right tackle. And then Kaysen, who's kind of our role guy right now. Stivers, who's another guy that's kind of rolling in through there, who's 6'4", 280. And so you're seeing these guys roll in where I think we're trying to build just this balance of depth that I think in 5A football, 6A football, when it comes to the playoffs, you've got to be healthy and you've got to have depth in your O-line and D-line.
Tell him, I know working for Coach Stanford how much he emphasizes O-line play. He wants to control the line of scrimmage up front on both sides of the ball. A lot of times you get those Tre'Davious Ball type guys and all the athletic guys that get all the headlines. But I've been in the trenches with Coach Stanford. I've been in the meetings and walkthroughs, and there's really no stone left unturned each week in game plan. And a lot of times he wants to limit us to certain things, what we do really good. And a lot of times he would come up to me and go, what can we take out this week? What can we take out? Just because he wants to really hone us up to make sure we can handle any front in any situation. That way you don't turn people loose, so you can have a hat on a hat. That way you put T-ball in space or Mod in space, or you give Cam enough time to let routes develop. And Coach Stanford won't tell you this because he doesn't ever talk about himself. He always puts it on the other staff. But there's very little coaches, and we have a big coaching family. And one thing I know Coach does probably as good as anybody I've been around is making sure that his staff prepares the players to make sure that they can handle the situations in the game. Anytime bad stuff happens, he usually takes credit for the bad stuff and gives out the praise to everybody else. But when it all comes down to it, the buck stops with him, and he's one of the better guys in this business to make sure every scenario's make sure. Now, if something bad happens, and don't let his small stature fool you. He can get upset sometimes, but he does a great job making sure all the details are taken care of each week in a game plan. And that's one of the main things I took away from working for Coach Stanford, especially coaching those big guys up front. They always say things are not as good as it seems or not as bad as it seems, so you just want to try to get better each week. And I think we've done that so far up front. So,
Cody, tell us how business been.
Well,
You hit your 1-year mark here recently.
yeah, we hit a 1-year mark. Still selling some burgers. Still moving some beers. Just super glad to be a part of the community, man. I mean, this is the best time of the year to be in the restaurant business, especially when you're a sports concept like we are. I mean, we get to be a stone's throw away from one of the best high school football programs in the state, and getting to sit here with Coach Stanford right now and get to be a part of this is something very cool, very unique. I get a lot of people across the country. We talk about what we do here with Gameday and this opportunity. I mean, I just tell them, you can't do this in, Vermont. You can't duplicate Texas high school football anywhere else, and so it's been great, and I think a lot of our success that we've had is derived from just the communities like Texas High, like Liberty Isle, Pleasant Grove, and everybody here in this town that just loves high school football.
We appreciate the relationship with Bubba's. I mean, just their outpouring to our community. And here's the thing about high school football, and I think people lose sight. It's about giving kids the best opportunity possible to be successful to learn and providing them every avenue that they can have, whether that's food from Bubba's to an education to football. I think at times people lose sight of what the end result goal is. I mean, we're still a small town community, right? Absolutely. And we're run by small town businesses like Bubba's who really take care of our community, and we greatly appreciate those things. What I think community members need to understand is what's their stance in this thing is how do they help kids? They look at a scoreboard, but they often forget is what was my role in helping that kid get to school that day? What was my role in helping that kid pass algebra? What was my role in helping that kid get food that day? But they want to talk about a scoreboard. Let's talk about how do we help kids out. And I think Bubba's has done a phenomenal job of stepping into our community and helping out kids, which ultimately is what coaching is helping out kids, which ultimately is what I think a community should be, is helping out kids. These are high school kids, 13 to 18 years old. It's how does our community help in that capacity, and they step in and fill in the gaps as well.
Man, I'll tell you one thing. Javante Montgomery worked for me this summer. He was a busser with me this summer, and I'm telling you, man, just the most respectful, on-time, hard-working kid that we had all summer long. And I told him, I was like, hey, when football season runs, I know I got you on a lease, man. You know, I know you got to focus in and get in it. But, yeah, I mean, it is all about the kids. And, you know, and I think the Texas High has some of the best student athletes in the city.
I know one thing. I bet with as good as Booney's hands are, he didn't drop any plates or anything like that.
Never lost a fork, never lost a cup.
Hey, he's as sure-handed as you can get. But I love it. I stole some of Miss Waldrop's onion rings and a couple cheese sticks, and they're fantastic.
Also, speaking of student athletes, let's wrap this one up, and we will bring the High Steppers on here just for you shortly.
Thank y'all for having us. Appreciate it, guys.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Tired of banking fees and complicated accounts? With State Bank's My Free Checking Account, enjoy no minimum balance and 0 monthly fees. Get a free gift just for opening your checking account, because we believe banking should be rewarding. Great for personal accounts and businesses too.
All right, we are back with more Texas High Tiger Takeover. We are now joined by the High Steppers. Girls, go ahead and introduce yourselves.
I'm Emma. I'm a senior lieutenant.
I'm Meredith. I'm senior captain.
I'm Naria. I'm a senior lieutenant.
And then these are our junior lieutenants, Lainey and Francie. Thank you so much for having us.
Yes, thank you.
I'm so excited.
We're glad that y'all are here. This is always one of our favorite times, is to bring in, all the schools and all the different organizations and get to truly highlight not just football, but high steppers, band, cheer, all the important things that make Friday night so special. And so we'll kind of start with that. What makes Friday night so special for each of one of you?
Yeah, we love it. We love, watching football and dancing, and the band has been absolutely wonderful. So that definitely just brings the energy. It makes it so much fun for us, and I know it makes it fun for the boys.
Mm-hmm. For me, it's just the atmosphere. It's just so fun and exciting.
Yeah, I just like being by like the student section, and then you have cheer in front of us. It's just a really good environment to be around.
So fun.
I know one thing, when we call the game on Friday nights, the one thing that Billy and I look for the most is all the drill team, the band, the cheerleaders. The thing I need to know is, how hot is it out there on the field? Because y'all do not stop moving the entire game, it seems like. And y'all do such a great job. Is it as hot down there I've played football, so I've had all the pads on before, but y'all literally do not stop the entire game.
Well, it is definitely hot, but we try to make it seem like it's not at all. I'm sure it's not near as bad for us as it is for football, but it's hard to even think about it because we're moving, we're dancing, we're having fun. But
It's just part of it. Like, we're used to it at this point now.
Yeah, you're not thinking about the heat. You're just thinking about performing and staying focused.
So when them bright lights at Grimm Stadium come on, y'all start moving. Y'all do a great job. I'm telling you, it's something special.
Thank you.
Well, I think a thing that kind of goes unnoticed is how much preparation you put in with the band, and how much work that y'all put in together to make things happen, because a lot of kind of dance groups or whatever it may be dance to music over the stadium, over the PA. Y'all dance with the band, and the band ends up playing your music. So it takes a lot of time and a lot of effort with them. Kind of talk about how it's a little bit different with that, how it's a different process with working with the band, and kind of what that time and process looks like for each one of you.
So we work Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday with just the team, making sure we're ready for the band. And then on Thursday mornings, we prep with the band, and they've been working on the song all week, or actually for many months now. They had them this summer, but so Thursday's when we put it together, and it's just, we love doing it with them. It totally changes the vibe of the night. I think it makes it way more fun. One time there was some reason that the band couldn't come to one of our games.
They had a band competition.
Yes, it was 2 years ago, and they weren't there with us, and Miss Reynolds was up there, and there was some kind of a technical issue, and so in the middle of our performance, the music cut out, and we just had to keep going with counts, and so that was our reason that we always want to have the band there. We absolutely love dancing with them, and it does take a lot of preparation, but it's absolutely wonderful.
Well, y'all make it seem effortless when we're out there, because Dodie and I, especially when we're watching the thing, how you got to choreograph everything together, and especially with our fans, because our fans are really loud and the PA system's loud. It's really impressive to watch all of y'all work consistently like that, and people notice how great of a job y'all do. So we sure appreciate you guys.
Thank you. We love it.
Well,
really awesome.
And so last year with the schedule, we had a lot of away trips, a lot of travel. How does it feel now being at home a lot of this time? This year, we get a lot of home games, a lot of performances in front of the crowd. But, kind of talk about those travel trips, too, and the bonds and the memories that you end up making with those as well.
I love home games, especially since this is my last year, so I'm really glad that we're back. But, away games are fun, too, because, we're on the bus together, we get ready together, we eat dinner together. We're, always together during away games.
Yeah. It builds a bond. Our bond is so strong on away games. So.
Yeah, it's so fun. I love being at home because just, having the fans, and it's just so much more exciting to be at home. But when we're away, we have a lot of team time. We go to dinner together. We ride the bus together. We do a lot of fun stuff when we go to away games. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. What would you say is your favorite memory from your 4 years of High Steppers so far?
Ooh, that's hard.
Yeah. I would have to say the Fayetteville game from last year was my absolute favorite memory. We didn't even get to perform at that game, and it was still my absolute favorite. The last 2 minutes of that game were insane, and the energy was just absolutely awesome, and we made a weekend of it. Like, it's just big rivalry with us because Texas, Arkansas.
I know that's such a game of highs and lows, and it was one of them deals. And we were talking about it earlier, how towards the end of the game, the Fayetteville thought they had it won, so all their fans started pouring out, and then next thing you know, you look out there and you see brake lights, and everybody's turning around running back into the game.
Yes.
And that was, like y'all said, that was one of the biggest games as far as ups and downs, and just it's what high school football is supposed to be about. And then when you add everything, all the travel, like you guys said, being together with your group and traveling and eating and doing, that's one of the things when you talk about football, you ask guys, what do you miss the most when you get done playing? It's all the unspoken stuff off the field, like the being in the locker room together, traveling, going to meetings and doing walkthroughs and practice, the same thing that you guys do every day. And so, like I said, it's a special time. It goes by quick now. Yeah. I'm a class of 03, Texas High Tigers, so it's but y'all enjoy it. Y'all do such a great job, and it's just really impressive. I can't say that enough, just from being up in the box, calling the game, and seeing you guys. And Texarkana Gameday does such a great job of getting action shots of you guys, and we talk about it nonstop, how y'all never stop moving. Yes. It's always something, and so people notice, and y'all really do such a great job supporting our Tigers.
Yeah, we appreciate y'all so much.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Of course, and so we'll take a quick break. We'll be back with football here in just a little bit. Tune in right after this.
Thank you.
At Texarkana Emergency Center and Hospital, we provide fast and compassionate emergency care for all ages. From cardiology to pediatric to outpatient imaging, our board-certified physicians are dedicated to exceptional care when you need it most. Our on-site laboratory offers full diagnostic testing, including MRIs, X-rays, CT scans, and ultrasounds, allowing for comprehensive care in one location. Conveniently located off Calhoun Creek Road, open 24/7, we're ready to help you feel better faster. Visit TexarkanaEmergencyCenter.com today.
My name is Cedric Harris. I'm here with Swing Lab Baseball Academy on behalf of Randall Glass. We're excited to add to the fabric of this strong baseball community. We're proud to have used Lone Star Heating and Air as our HVAC provider. Lone Star aligns well with our core values of it being a locally owned family business. We know that we're in good hands with Lone Star due to their reliability and expertise, the quality equipment, and the ease of communication in case any breakdowns happen. We know that we'll be able to get things taken care of.
So today we're here at Swing Lab. We just want to let everyone know that we do commercial projects, and we'd be glad to help you out. We do offer preventative maintenance programs as well. We've invested in a nice mobile trailer. We can do your rooftop units, your ground units, whatever you may need. So in the future, if you need anything, please give us a call at Lone Star Heating and Air. We would be glad to take care of all your heating and cooling needs.
All right, welcome back. We are now joined by football guys. Going from my right, we got Ahmad Moore, running back. We got Sanders Wiggins, tight end, long snapper. And then we've got Tredarian Ball, kind of a skill guy, mixing in at wide receiver and running back. Guys, how are we doing? How are we feeling coming into this week for Midlothian?
We feel pretty good about it.
Yeah, we're ready. We've been practicing hard all week. We got one more day of practice tomorrow, and then we'll get ready for Friday.
Feel good. Feel confident.
Been drinking any water? It's going to be hot at Graham.
Not as much as we should. We should probably drink some more water.
Yeah, we should.
All three of y'all guys have had incredible starts of the season so far. Ahmad, you've gotten the ball a lot more this year, taking that big step on offense so far, gotten a rushing touchdown in both games so far. Kind of talk about what you've been seeing on the offense so far.
What I've been seeing, well, lately, last few games, we've been coming out a little late. We've been starting a little late, but, I feel like this song we fixed during practice on Mondays, and with me being the starting back this year, it's a little different. I got bigger responsibility this year, but I mean, I'm enjoying it. I'm enjoying touching my younger blockers too. I mean, we all learning together.
And then Sanders, you had kind of, it seemed like the play of the week last week with kind of that fake that fake play. You ended up going and scoring on it, hyped up after the score, your first touchdown of your career. Kind of run us through that moment and kind of what was going through your head and just kind of the excitement that you felt after.
Well, we put it in the week before and had run it with our offense, and they called it in the game, and I was super excited. Our quarterback threw a great pass, and our O-line blocked for amazing, and I happened to get in the end zone. It was a super fun play and great memory.
I tell you who was not who was more excited than you is your mom, Rendy, because when we were calling the game, we saw it and we looking. She was jumping higher than T-Ball did when he tried to jump over the guy. I tell you, she probably at least had a 48-inch vertical there. She was fired up and really good job, really good play. It all starts with a run game. You got to block. You're going in, you're ISO and blocking that guy, and then you fake the block and slip right by him. Really good job. Really, you didn't know if you were so wide open. Sometimes you go, man, I'm so wide open, you get a little nervous. But really great job, man, catching it and running it for the touchdown. You made T-Ball look slow.
I don't know about all that, but
hey, man, I got my days.
Having him and Booney on the outside opens me up a little bit in the middle. Yeah. So.
And then T-Ball, man, you ended up taking up our offensive player of the week this past week. Your first ever one. We went back and looked. That's the first time that you ever won it for us. But an incredible game for you, mixing it in a lot with receiving and rushing now, which we saw similar to last year. Kind of talk about what that's been looking like for you and what you were kind of feeling going into that past game.
It was good. I had a good game. I feel like that I got to maximize my moments because I know I move from back to slide. I just know I got to make my time with the ball worth it because I know Ahmad's in the backfield. They keying in on him, keying in on me. But just making sure that the times I got the ball, I'm just being a playmaker.
And then Sanders and Ahmad, you guys have really stepped up this year. I mean, you've been key parts of the offense in these past few seasons, but definitely this year you're taking that big step after a lot of guys graduating this year. Really talk about how you've really filled into those roles, how you've embraced it, and it really kind of made the moment the best that you can so far.
I'm enjoying it, with me having T-Ball and Vari above me last year and a few years before, and I was just taking notes off them. And I knew 1 year I have the ability and capable of chance to do what I'm doing now, and I stepped up. I mean, it's always next man up, and, they gave me the ball. I mean, I handled my business when the ball handled me.
I'll tell you one thing look, that's impressive when you run is your feet and your legs never stop moving. I always say you bounce around like a BB in a shoebox, but you do such a great job and you run so hard and you do a really good job being patient, sometimes wait for the blocks to develop. And I know that sitting sometimes, especially as early, is not always the best thing to do, but you do get a chance to see and learn and go through practice and get all those. But I know from calling the games and knowing you since you were in middle school, you've come so far, and I know everybody's cheering for you, rooting for you because you run so hard, man. So you've done a great job so far.
Thank you. I know it make me happy.
Yeah, he does awesome. And then it's been fun this year. I mean, been practicing for the past 3 years with varsity and blocking and just trying to get better and better, and finally it's our turn to get to go, and it's time to go. It's football season, so we're having fun getting to play and be with this team.
Yeah, we're enjoying it. We're actually enjoying it.
It's a great time.
T-Ball, what do you feel like when you're out at slot and you look up and somebody's playing you man-to-man? You got to think it's bad coaching on the other team's part, or are you just looking your chops going, man, this is a matchup problem for them? Because I know from our standpoint, just being a former coach and calling the games, that's the first thing I look at. I'm like, all right, are they bracketing him? Or because if they're not, you're getting the ball, and you do a really good job.
I can tell you I'm going to get that matchup a lot, but I can tell you it's going to be a long night for whoever's in front of me. It is, yeah.
I know, especially when you scored and you got your helmet ripped off and you got the spike in the ball. And I know I said Coach Stanford may be the only person unhappy, but that penalty was worth it. That was really cool shot. They ripped your helmet off. You got in there, and just sometimes the emotions just take over, and it just happens. But really good job, hard running. It's always fun watching you play and watching you celebrate with your team. And the first thing you always notice about you that I appreciate just from being a former line coach, anytime you score, you always find them big linemen and tell them great job. You see Sanders, and you tell them great job for blocking, give you time to get the ball, or if you're running it. So it's always a team effort. Nobody really cares who scores as long as we score. So I think that's one of the things for you guys.
You can ask them, anybody on the O-line. I'll be happy with anybody else score, whether it's me, Cam, Booney, Mod. It really don't matter to me. I'll be happy to get off the field, man. but them guys up front, man, I tell you, I've been on varsity for 4 years, man. I tell you, it's been a lot of long days and a lot of short nights. But
you know, with our quick strike offense, I think the only people that are probably unhappy with that is Coach Wilson and Coach Hall, because we score a lot of times. We have a lot of short drives because we got a lot of talent where we have athletic ability and speed, and we get them short play drives. And I know the defensive guys, they want us to score, but at some point they go, can we get a small rest just to – but anyway, we'll score how we got to. But y'all have done a great job offensively, I know, from all aspects, running the ball, blocking, receiving, throwing. So it's been fun to watch. Each week you got to add to it. So I know Coach Stanford will have you guys ready. But the thing is, you just can't get satisfied with scoring 50 to 60 a game because there's some, you know how it is. You've been in the fire. At some point, it's going to be one of them games where it's going to be hard to get a first down just based off the teams we play. But really good job. And I know, Ahmad, just making sure your effort is so good and you're bouncing around, just making sure that when you're bouncing around like that, just keep that thing tight to your body. But you do a great job, man. We're super proud of you.
I'm here with you.
No, we're super proud of you guys.
No, we appreciate it. You kind of talked about it earlier, just kind of like the culture and kind of seeing the way you guys react after y'all score and how you all embrace each other. You're always just kind of you're kids out there. You're enjoying the moment, and I think that's what's so special about this team and this kind of group of seniors and seeing you guys play. And so it's been really fun, and we appreciate you guys and watching you guys, and we're looking forward to the rest of the season.
So are we. Thank y'all so much.
Yep. So we'll take a quick break. We will be right back with the cheerleaders.
Thank you.
Start your day with seamless transactions. Add your State Bank card to your device's digital wallet and enjoy the convenience of tap-and-go payments. Easy, secure, and thankfully at your fingertips. Simplify your day with State Bank's digital wallet. Your family, your bank, State Bank.
Sports injuries can happen anytime, on the field, on the court, and even in your backyard. At Texarkana Emergency Center and Hospital, we treat sprains, fractures, concussions, and more with fast, compassionate care close to home. We're open 24/7 with on-site imaging like x-rays, ultrasounds, CT scans, and MRI for quick, accurate diagnosis and treatment all in one place. Let us help you get back to the game faster. Visit TexarkanaEmergencyCenter.com for more information.
Welcome back. We are live here from Bubba's 33 with our Tiger Takeover. We are now joined by the cheer squad from the Texas High School cheerleaders. Go ahead and introduce yourself, girls.
Hi, I'm Brandy Bradley. I'm the current cheer captain.
And I'm Paylin Swan, the current co-captain.
And I'm Kinsey Wiley, the co-captain as well.
And this is Peyton Stanford, Jordan Lewis, Cadence Glover, and Sanaya Maxwell, and their first-time varsity members on cheer.
There you go. We are so happy to have y'all here tonight.
Absolutely. Y'all,
Thank you.
We were talking to the drill team earlier, and I've been saying this with you guys, the drill team. How do y'all not stop moving the entire game? That y'all are moving and cheering, and y'all do such a great job. And when we're calling the game, it's just really impressive that y'all are cheering 100% of the time, and everybody notices, and y'all are so loud we can hear you. We wear these things on the game day, and we can still hear you guys. Y'all do such a great job. Just tell us what it feels like going through from the start of the game, progressing through the end of the game, as far as the energy that y'all have to put out each and every quarter.
It definitely takes a lot of energy, and it definitely does get tiring by the fourth quarter. But we just want to cheer on the football team and give them as much energy and a boost of confidence. And it's also a lot of fun to hype up the student section. And so it makes it a whole lot better when you have fun and you enjoy doing it. But it definitely does get tiring throughout the quarters.
I know it. I'm telling you, the loudness of y'all's cheers and the flips. I've seen Peyton, and she's flipping in every other direction, and y'all are running, sprinting across that field. It's hot on the turf, isn't it?
Yes.
People don't understand how much hotter turf
It's
is.
extremely hot down there.
It is. It's really hot.
How do you guys go about each week when y'all get to a Monday each week? Kind of just give us kind of a brief overview of how Monday through Friday looks for you guys and y'all's cheer practice, because y'all are practicing nonstop Monday up until the point of the game. So just kind of let the people know, just on a daily, just brief Monday through Friday, kind of as a captain, what do you expect from your crew?
Okay, so Monday through Friday, we prepare for the games early Monday morning. We'll create the pregame and the routines that we do. And we all have to put the effort because it is tiring. So we have to go full out so we'll be prepared on the field.
And that's not even counting all the class.
Yeah, it's not even counting the classes.
And the schoolwork.
7:15 practice and then after school practice.
I'm telling you, it's super impressive. How do you guys plan when we go, like say, on the away games? Do y'all have certain cheers that y'all input each week, or do y'all add some as we go, or do y'all keep doing some of the ones that we've done? Do y'all add a few here and there each week when we go?
No, we really just have a list of chants that we do throughout the games here and away games, and yeah.
I'm telling you, it's super loud. Y'all do a great job.
Thank you.
Well, I mean, and then y'all really kick off the experience at Grimm Stadium on Friday nights. I mean, before any of the players run out, you have your performances, and you're the ones that kind of kick off Friday Night Lights. I mean, kind of talk about how special that is, the two bits, how important that is to kind of the program at Texas High, and just kind of what it means to you to kind of be right there in front of everybody and get that perspective of being on the field that not everybody gets to have.
It's really exciting, honestly, to get to see the whole crowd hype up just because of your cheers. And that's it's our job to cheer on the team as well as everybody watching and putting in their time to come and watch our football team. And we really we prepare a cheer for every pregame, and our goal is just to make the crowd excited. In the student section, we get our signs. I love my Get Lit sign. And we just really try to make everybody as excited as we are, and I know the team is for football season.
When you're in the course of the game, I know sometimes it's how aware are you when we have – because sometimes you are facing the crowd and you can't necessarily see what's going on.
Yeah.
Is there certain times when you're cheering and you just hear the roar? And a lot of times when players get towards that sideline, does it get a little point where you go,
Yes,
they're getting a little close, you better look up?
One of us will turn around, or Courtney will warn us, and we'll all turn around and they're so close. I'm let's turn around, guys. Let's face the field and cheer.
I know sometimes you watch NFL games, you'll see a receiver catch a ball and run out of bounds, and next thing you know, the cheerleaders facing the crowd, getting them pumped up, and next thing you know, they get rolled up.
Yes.
So, But I'm telling you, y'all, the level of y'all get the crowd going, and they're standing up cheering, and it's really impressive to watch.
Thank you.
And we kind of talked about it with High Steppers a little bit, how last season was so road-oriented. Like, we were on the road so much to begin the season. Like, we barely had any time at home. This year is the opposite. We get so much time at home. Kind of talk about how special that is to you, but how important the road games were to you as well, as far as bonding and your time together as a squad.
The road games are very important to us because, first off, on the bus, we're very hype on the way down there, so we get like pumped up and ready to cheer in front of everybody there. But the home games especially are very, very exciting because we get to cheer in front of more people because, I mean, it's home. And the student section's there, they're lit, we're excited, High Steppers excited, band's excited, and it's at home, so we have to be prepared and play our best.
See, I know this is high school is it seems like it's a long time, but it goes by in a hurry.
Yeah,
Can each one of you just kind of explain your thought process going from as a freshman cheerleader until your current position now, how quick it goes, some things you learned from the start, especially with some of these younger ones here. You know, it seems like it was yesterday. You're a freshman, and next thing you know, you're a junior and a senior, and it goes by in a hurry. So each one, you just kind of explain to everybody what that means to you coming in as a freshman and to where you're at now in the process you learned and things like that.
Okay, it definitely does go by super fast. Like, it feels like just yesterday I was just entering high school cheer. And there definitely is a difference between our freshman team cheering and our varsity team cheering. It has so much more excitement. It definitely is important for you to cheer during freshman year so you get all the basics and you know all the cheers, because we kind of carry on the same cheers to varsity. We just add more harder skills to it. But it goes by super duper quick, and I know, like, every year just goes by. And it's really exciting, and it gets more exciting every year because you're like, oh, it's finally football season.
Right.
And you just get to cheer and watch everybody cheer for you and cheer with you. And it goes by fast, but it's really a great experience.
Yes. For me, it went by extremely fast. Like, it's so bittersweet that it's my senior year. And it's very important to cheer your freshman year because when you get on varsity, it's very time consuming. Like, your life basically has to revolve around cheer. You have to be there and give your most effort because we are cheering on our sports at the school. So it's exciting but bittersweet.
Awesome.
Going into my freshman year cheering, I was very nervous at the start, like getting in and cheering in front of like big crowds and stuff. But then getting on varsity, it was very exciting going into those Friday night games because everybody just is like cheering with you, and everybody's just there to show their spirit, and everybody's there for the same.
See,
thing.
for you guys, it's second nature now. So you got to the big games, and it's now. The younger girls, when they're coming up now, now you can kind of see where you were with them and what they go through. But I'm telling you, it goes by in a hurry, but y'all do a great job. And I know our players, they sure appreciate it, our coaches and our fans and everybody associated with Texarkana Gameday and Tiger Vision. Everybody notices, especially, like I said, throughout the game, how loud y'all are, how great y'all cheer. And so we couldn't be more proud. Y'all do a great job.
Thank you.
And it means a lot, our effort.
I know. I just know I couldn't do it.
Well, we appreciate y'all girls coming and joining us and getting this opportunity to talk to you. We're so thankful that we get to have these opportunities every year, and we appreciate y'all coming and joining us. So we'll take a quick break, and we'll be back with the band right after this.
My name is Doug Willett. I own M&M Tire and Auto Center. We've been here for over 40 years. We're just a mom and pop place. We service any type of vehicle that you can think of. We do front end alignments. We got the best front end alignment machine guys here, and we also do AC work for the new Freon, which is the 1234 FY. We do that too. Plus tires. Now that's the major thing. Cooper Tire employees, we're really special with them. We give you 15% off, plus also you get your Goodyear employee refunds back on your tires, which is great for you. Extra value is what you get when you buy from Doug Willett. Don't worry, my guys will take care of you too.
welcome back. We are live here once again from Bubba's 33 with our Texas High Tiger Takeover. This time we are joined by the Tiger Band. I'll let these guys introduce themselves.
Hi, I'm Cutter Hartman. I'm your junior drum major.
I'm Malia Rachel, and I'm your junior co-captain.
My name is Jalen Dowden. I'm a senior this year, and I'm your captain.
My name is Jacob Lauk. I'm one of the senior drum majors this year.
And so we're very thankful. We've said it all night of getting to have all these different groups here tonight and get to kind of shine the light on the different experiences that we have on Friday nights and kind of see all the different perspectives of it. We really got to see your first performance last week as the home game. Really impressive for that being our first home game and kind of wowing the crowd right out of the gates. Kind of talk about the preparation that went into that performance and kind of what that first performance at home meant to you guys.
It was really good first run, right? For early season, that was just an amazing run to have. Like, really happy about it. Mm-hmm. We've just been working on it since July, every day, waking up at 7 and just going to work on it.
It felt good to put it on the field finally. We've been working really hard like the whole summer, so it felt good to see what the result is when we work hard, and I'm looking forward to better performances.
Yeah, Mr. Dees shows us so much like strong personality, so it lets us go on the field and show us a good run.
The whole band was really proud about the run through, and then the crowd was on their feet, like going along with the music. So it was really great to see. The fans were loving it.
And so you guys are under new direction this year, and it's kind of changed things around. Kind of how have you guys adjusted? Like, what's been the differences to you so far, and how have there been some positive adjustments for you, and how have you really embraced the new direction and kind of what you've been able to experience so far coming into this year?
It's a lot different than we're used to. We've been used to Mr. Lawson for, at least for me and Jalen, seniors. We've had Lawson for 3 years, but Mr. Dees, it's a nice change of pace. It took us a little bit to get with it, but once we got with it, and we love Mr. Dees.
I love the impact that Mr. Dees has on our band program so far. Like he said, it took a while to adjust, but once I gave it a chance, it's been really great. The passion that Mr. Dees has for band is really inspirational, and it inspires me, and it makes me want to work harder than usual.
And it definitely seemed like the color guard was more involved this year in that last performance, which I thought was really something cool to see and get kind of more eyes moving in different things and show off the many different talents that you guys have. Kind of talk about what that's been like to you and getting to show off your different skill sets in many different ways so far just with this one performance this past Friday.
It feels really good to be noticed. Color Guard has a lot of talents to showcase, so it feels good that Mr. Dees has allowed us to be like the center of attention in the show lots of times. And in the show, when it's complete, it's going to be so many more moments where a guard is featured and is the center of attention. And it just feels good to have people see what we can do.
Yeah, Mr. Dees has showed us that we are still part of this team, so we are as much as important as the band. So I love that we are part of the band and guard on the field, so it's a good takeover.
I would agree. It was super fun Friday night, and kind of whenever it first started happening, I was really kind of taken aback and really enjoyed getting to see that and that kind of part of the performance. And I think sometimes we get a little caught up in just what happens during halftime and your performance, but it's so much more than that. You are going nonstop the entire football game, and I think that was very prevalent last week as well, just playing the whole time, the tuba song especially during that one long drive. Kind of walk through that and just kind of, the breaths that you're having to catch, what you're having to do during that moment where it's just nonstop going for that entire, it felt like a 10-minute drive where you're just constantly playing the entire time.
It was like the longest song we've ever played. It was like 14 minutes. We didn't know what was going to end. We just kept going. We had to push through. We do 8-minute shows every week, so we can make it through 14-minute tuba song. So. Yeah.
I won't lie. At the beginning, I was all hype and, ready to go. But as soon as 10 minutes passed, I was like, we're getting a little bit tired. But it did feel good to that people enjoy the tuba song, and we got an opportunity to dance a little bit longer.
You start thinking maybe you don't want to be a part of this T-High party. Maybe this T-High party should stop.
It was a pretty long party.
It was a very long party. But, I mean, it was incredible the entire time, and it plays such an impact, especially whenever the opposing team is getting down there and you're in their ears. They're messing up their communications. And so, I mean, it plays such a vital role. But your performances go far beyond just Friday nights too. You perform, or you start practicing in July, like you mentioned earlier, of just constant effort and constant work, but beyond Friday nights. Kind of talk about the effort that y'all put in and kind of what your performances look like from there.
We put a lot of effort. We wake up at 7 a.m. to 4 p.m. on Monday through Thursday, and then Fridays were 12. I think it was 8 to 12. I'm not sure about that, but we put a lot of effort in it, and I feel like we have a great chance to make it to state or at least top 5 at area finals.
We've just been putting in a lot of work since July. Like, everyone has given their all every day, and it's like really good to see. Just like everyone, like it's great to see like everyone like put in the work and just see how far they can grow by the end of the season.
And so, did all of you start in middle school band?
Yes.
Yes.
So, kind of talk about getting that really early start and everything, and how much of an impact that plays in being prepared whenever you get to high school. I think that's so special that y'all get to have that, and not a whole lot of schools do. Getting to start, is it 6th grade or 7th grade that you start?
6th grade.
6th grade, so I mean, really early. So I mean, kind of working from 6th grade all the way on to now, kind of the work that you've been able to put in, and what's really been the most special to you about band throughout those years?
It's just like at 6th grade, you just got to, like, middle school, you learn the basics, and then it just like everything you've learned just kind of builds up to the high school level. So once you get to high school, you put everything you've learned into practice on the field and in the stands. And it's just like really good to help us, like, you know, what's the word? Like, just like get ahead of the game basically. Mm-hmm. So then we're ready for freshman year and everything after that.
For guard, it's a little bit different. The Texas Middle School doesn't have a program for winter guard, so it didn't start for me until my 8th grade year. Mm-hmm. So we were a little behind on our experience, but in the future there are plans to have a program in middle school for the guard. But the little preparation that I did have for that year, it was very useful, and it helped a lot, and it made the transition from there to high school easier.
Yeah, I started my 7th grade year in color guard, but I also started my 6th grade year in band. Mm-hmm. I recently decided to just go full time to color guard instead of band, but guard has showed me that we can perform no matter what, even if it's bad from the start, but you can grow bigger you can get better over time.
I started in 6th grade beginner band. And really, I just learned how to like play basic notes, and then each year you graduate your way up to the high school level of music.
Well, guys, I've really appreciated getting to talk to you tonight, and like I mentioned, Friday night really kind of took me away just with how prepared and how how well everything went this past Friday night, and I'm really excited to see kind of what happens kind of throughout the weeks as we progress. Kind of talk. Is there any sneak peeks that we could get, or like kind of insights that we can get kind of about what performances may look like, and kind of the different things that we could expect?
We have 2 more movements we want to add into our performances, and so the shows are going to get a little bit bigger, a little bit more complex even. So it's just going to be fun to see how everyone reacts to when we add more stuff into the show.
Our first competition is September 27th.
Mm-hmm.
I'm very excited for what GAR has to show. We have some very cool stuff that relates to the theme of our show, which is called the Knockout. So think about like boxing, creed, that kind of thing, and GAR has a lot of good things to show for that.
I will say there is a knockout in our show.
Ooh, okay.
Someone's going to get knocked out.
Little insight. Be tuning in on Friday nights for that. And so you said your first competition is the 27th, correct? Where is that going to be at?
PG.
At PG, okay.
Invitational.
So PG Invitation. So everybody go tune in there. Go support local area bands as well, but especially the Tiger Band. We really appreciate you guys coming on and kind kind of giving us more details about everything with the band, and been already super excited about what we've seen and very excited about what's to come. So we appreciate y'all coming here tonight.
Thank you.
All right, so we'll take a quick break, and we will go to commercial, and we'll be back for one last segment with football right after this.
Meet Tony Langford Roofing, your trusted name in roofing solutions. Decades of experience and top-notch service. Passionate about your home safety, we treat every roof like our own. From repairs to full installations, we've got your home covered. Upgrade your roof with our variety of styles and materials. For roofs that last long, choose Tony Langford Roofing. We've got you covered.
My name is Ray. This is my wife, Jeannie, and we've been using Lone Star Heating and Air for over 10 years. Matthew installed a training unit for us. He also has a service agreement that he has offered us that we use annually, and we have been very happy. We just highly recommend Lone Star Heating and Air. They're the most honest, reliable, dependable team that you could ask for. So in your future needs, if you have any for HVAC, call Lone Star Heating and Air. You'll be glad that you did.
All right, welcome back, everybody. We're live here once again from Bubba's 33 Tiger Takeover. We got one more segment here with our football guys, the defensive stars,
Yes,
we will
sir.
say. We got Peyton Walker on the set as well as Shaylin Cooper. How are you guys doing tonight?
Good. Feel good, man.
Feel good. I mean, y'all were kind of killing it against Liberty Christian, man. That was
Yes,
a really
sir.
good game, a really solid, kind of some big turnovers, a lot of big tackles for both of you guys. Kind of talk about what's going in through those games for both of you guys.
I mean, yeah, we really executed. I mean, just really don't even know. We just go out there and execute, you know.
Play as a
unit. Yeah, play as a unit.
All
Yes,
right.
sir.
See, if you notice, the defensive guys are really short. They don't talk a whole bunch. The offensive guys will ramble and ramble and ramble. Defensive guys always got to act like they're mad all the time.
yeah.
I know. See, you got to lighten up a little bit. You're in the spotlight. You're live. The good thing, and I will tell you guys this, and you guys know from Coach Wilson, Coach Hawk, and the number one thing you got to do on defense is get aligned. You got to get your alignment. You got to get
sir.
your assignment.
Yes,
So
sir.
just tell everybody kind of coming into a series or to a play, kind of what's the first thing you look at, especially because you guys are able to see the front. You're able to see where the tight end is, where the speed receivers are. Just kind of go through your process when the offense breaks a huddle, or if they're not huddling, or if they're bringing personnel in. What's the first thing you, Shaylin? We'll start with you. What do you look at?
First, I just look at the sideline, wait for the call. Then we look back, they lined up. So we get the call, line up to it, and just play ball.
A lot of times just react, line up and react.
Yes, sir.
Peyton, what are some things you look for when that offense go from either huddling or as they're making their way to the line of scrimmage after they do a check with me?
I mean, all of the little tricky stuff. I mean, yeah, I really don't. I don't even know. I'm just nervous.
A lot of times you just got to read and react. That's
Yes,
what they
sir.
say, read and react.
Yes, sir.
Good thing is there's only one football. Just
Yes, sir.
Just tackle the guy with
Yes,
the ball.
sir. Just execute.
Just
Yep.
I'm telling you one thing, you guys. I think from the fans' perspective and from when we call the games, a lot of times we see one of the main things that sticks out to us is the energy you guys play with and the enthusiasm you guys play with.
Yes, sir.
Just tell the people about how fun it is when you get that turnover, you get that big hit on somebody celebrating with your teammates.
Man, it is so exciting, man. Like, I love football, man. I love it.
I love how we, like, all run to the ball.
Yep.
There, execute, make fumbles, make turnovers for our offense for them to go score.
Yep.
That's what we used to say on defense when when a ball carrier is tackled, whether it's receiver, tight end, quarterback, whoever, if you got all them defensive hats running the ball, you're going to get peppered about 11 times is essentially the way you'd like to do it. And that constant pounding and being physical up front on defense wears on an offense, especially in the league that we play and the teams that we play. There's really no days off each week coming into the game. What are some of the things when you guys face no huddle teams and you're trying to get the calls and you're trying to get the fronts lined up, when each week when you go through there, when them teams start speeding up, what are some things that you kind of do just to prepare yourself throughout the week for that kind of thing, for them up-tempo offenses?
Practice going tempo. Just keep going. I mean, they be fast. You got to play fast as well.
So I know one time we would always get 2 huddles, and we'd be parachuting them huddles one thing after another, just seeing how fast we can get them.
Or sometimes we just stay out there. I mean, we don't have to switch every time.
You know, one thing they used to say about offense, if you don't like them, or defense, you don't like them no-huddle guys and them quick, just stop them on 3 downs and get off the field.
Yes, sir.
Well, I mean, you kind of saw that already this season with Tyler Legacy. They started that really early on in the game. You kind of wore them down a little bit, and they kind of got away from it, kind of saw how well you were able to pick it up. Besides, I mean, other than that first score out of the gate, I mean, y'all kind of held them down pretty good there in that first half, especially after that lightning delay. I mean, y'all have handled it well so far. And Peyton, I've been really impressed so far with how you said stepped up so far this year. I mean, you've really stepped up in that secondary. I mean, kind of talk about your progression going into this year. What was your mindset going in as you having to step up and be a big-time player on this defensive side?
I waited a long time for this. I just waited my turn, man. When it was my turn, I stepped up, do what I have to do, you know. Just be there for the team, you know. Trying to go all the way.
I tell you.
Yes, sir.
Shayla, when you come in, I know I've known you for a very long time, and it's been a really good joy seeing you go from being a middle schooler to where you are now. And I know during the Tyler Legacy game, especially when we had the weather delay, I know you kind of jammed your thumb a little bit, and I remember saying, "Hey, are you going?" You said, "There ain't nothing going to stop me from going back out there."
No, sir.
So just tell the people kind of what's it like going through when we're traveling and we're on the road, especially this past few weeks. You know, last year how we were traveling in 3 long deals. What's some of the things that when we're traveling on the road, what are some things that y'all look for as a defense when you're going against the other crowd's noise or just trying to get everybody set?
Just got to knock them out.
Yep.
Got to knock them out.
Just play fast and physical.
Yes, sir.
Fast and physical.
Well, and so guys, we were kind of talking about with the offense as well, just kind of like how well it feels like y'all are such a tight-knit group. Like how after every time they're scoring, like everybody's around each other. They're all celebrating. They're all doing stuff with each other. Jeremy kind of alluded to it earlier with you guys as well. Kind of talk about your just kind of like culture and relationship, especially with the senior class, and like just kind of like how tight-knit y'all are and how y'all are making everything work and just kind of working with each other on everything.
I mean, we do all have a strong bond, especially the seniors. Since our last while, we got to go out there and play hard, man. Just do this together last year. Yes, sir.
Yeah, like, we've been playing since middle school, so, you know, we got the connection that, like, this already been there, defense and offense. So, like, when we go on the field, they score, we just celebrate with them because, like, it's fun.
Yep, having fun.
So there's one thing that I know from defensive guys, especially from being from a coach's standpoint, too. There was always a quote I always heard said, if you score, you may win. But if they never score, you'll never lose.
Yes,
so that not add a whole bunch of pressure to you guys. But if they don't ever score, at least we may tie, but we'll never lose. But I know just from the first 2 games, each week I know defensively you want to add packages, add stunts, add pressures, different coverages and those things. Just kind of explain just a little bit on what it's like installing, say, a new format or new coverage or a new pressure each week, just kind of a Monday through Thursday. Not necessarily Thursdays kind of we're taking stuff back and polishing things up, but really your grind days Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, defensive practice each week.
I mean, like,
just go out there and focus, man. You know, just pay attention, do what you have to do so we can go out there and execute Friday.
Tell them the thing you got to do. Make sure you're lined up. Play fast and physical.
Yes, sir.
And that's one thing that both of you guys have done, and you've come such a long way over the last few years. And I know as being around the program and calling the games, that's one thing you do see how physical you guys play and how fun you have with each other, and that's always something to be proud of and build on each week. You got to have a short memory in these things. So each week's a new week, and this week will be a tough game. I feel like every week's a tough game. You have different challenges, but that's the good thing about football.
Yes, sir, it is.
So each week you can go from this kind of offense
to
this,
different
to
offense.
this, to this, and so you just got to be flexible.
And so kind of going through tape so far, what are we seeing from Midlothian this week, and kind of what's some things that stand out to you on film, and kind of that you're being prepared for come Friday?
A lot of run game.
A lot of run game.
A lot of run.
Pass as well.
Yeah.
Pass as well. Yep.
See if you can try to get a team one-dimensional, at least from the back end perspective, you can kind of anticipate what they're going to be doing.
Yes,
so
sir.
really good job up front. I know the last few weeks y'all really taken control of that front seven, and it's really been a highlight. And like I said, it starts up front, being physical in the D line, and the linebackers fitting where they need to and covering when they need to. But I know from just watching the game and being around you guys, I know y'all always like to have that physical mentality.
Yes, sir.
And so really good job from you guys starting out. Like I said, it's such an early progression in this year, so we look for big things from the defense, and we wish you guys the best of luck. You just have to do one thing. If you get a pick six, I need the Dion primetime dance. Y'all may be too young. Y'all may not even know what that is.
Nah, I know what you're talking about.
We got you, though.
So
we appreciate y'all guys coming on. We appreciate all of Texas High coming out and getting to have this experience every year. We appreciate y'all. Look forward to seeing y'all more on Friday nights. And tune in this Friday night as the Tigers host Midlothian Heritage for another non-district game. And then next week host the Fayetteville Bulldogs for another good matchup, which I'm sure y'all are looking forward to as well. But take care of Midlothian this week and get home and get some rest, guys.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
We appreciate all of y'all tuning in. We will be back next week with the Pleasant Grove Hawks here at Bubba's 33 for a Hawk takeover. And so we appreciate everybody tuning in. We will wrap it up here. Thank you to TISD. Thank you to Bubba's and everybody for tuning in. Have a great night, everybody.